Hey, here we
Hey,
are. So, hi Jordan.
hey, Kipp, how
Welcome.
you doing?
Doing well. How are you?
Doing pretty good.
So, that's good. So, welcome everyone to another installment of Kitty at Ibrit, the weird show, the now weekly show. I don't know how weird it is. Some people think it's pretty weird, where we sit around and read Hebrew text and talk about what's going on with some of the language. So, I'm Kipp Davis. I'm a specialist in early Judaism and the Dead Sea Scrolls, and my guest tonight is the one and only Dr. Jordan Jones. I've got some applause here. Hold on. I can do this. I can do this. I know I can. Here we go. There.
Too kind, too kind.
Welcome. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. It's not abysmally cold in Iowa, so I don't have too much to complain about
Oh
other
wow.
than I think we're currently losing in women's basketball to Minnesota. So that's probably the only gripe right now. We'll find out though.
Oh dear. Well, that's bad. I'm afraid. Sorry about that. But you know what? Hebrew makes it all better, Jordan.
Yeah, that we can
It
come.
really
My
does.
hope is we do this, whatever magic comes from that, we'll end up winning the game, and
There you
that'll be
go.
happy. That'll be the happy ending.
Things like that happen, right?
Yeah.
It's Yahweh works in mysterious ways.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I heard this one song one time, there can be miracles when you believe or something like that.
something like
So
that.
something along those lines.
That's that was a good movie.
I
So,
mean, shockingly good animation in that movie.
yeah, yeah. But, what was it? Uh, somebody was I was watching something, um, yesterday, I think, which was reviewing the story of Moses, and even in, like, our modern Bible retellings, it's really interesting to me because as I'm sure you know, the Prince of Egypt was very much lots of that was drawn from Josephus's
Mhm.
account of or more appropriately, maybe, lots of it was drawn from, Cecil B. DeMille's film, The Ten Commandments, which was based on largely on Josephus's account of,
As reliable
the
a
Exodus.
historical source, maybe, depending on who
Very,
you
very
ask.
reliable, but it's, the really interesting thing about it is how dependent modern retellings are on, like, these stories, these stories that come to us now in film, even if they're not meaning to be. I think it's kind of it's become part of the zeitgeist, right?
Yeah, I
Fun.
think this Prince of Egypt is the movie, and someone in the chat probably knows if I'm wrong, but that it was the A-list movie from which people got, like, relegated to Shrek if they were not up to snuff or something like that,
Oh,
that
wow.
was one of the drop-off movies. Um, I don't know, but I
That's
yeah, Prince
wild.
of Egypt, it's that period of animation before things got really bad, and it's a
Yes, that's true. That's
historical
true.
accuracy, not its strong suit, yeah, but,
Yeah. So,
it's
well,
a
let's
yeah.
there's some people in the chat. We should say hello to some friends. Cenk Iger, Ani Po, Kolenu, Po. We are all here. Jace is tuning in from Eretz Israel. Jason will be joining me next week to continue. Probably, yeah. I don't know. We'll see where we'll go from here. Because we might finish this, or we'll certainly get close. Lil, I'm afraid that Dagon, the abomination of the Philistines, is not in the office with me. I promise I'm not intentionally keeping him out of here. It's just that there's more people in the house these days, and when there's more people, he likes to be when I'm sitting around and staring at the computer screen, that's super boring for him. So he likes to be other places when things are going on. So it's good to see you, John. I like this one. You know what? Next time, what I'm gonna do for next time is I gotta get a clip of Short Round from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom saying Dr. Jones. So I need me one of those for the next time you're here. Yes. I'm always happy to be annoyed by the Septuagint. It's good. So noise ending is presently taking my introduction to Hebrew class. So it's good to see you. It's not required, by the way, for my students to be here, but it's I notice. I notice. So Simone is here. And yeah, I think that's Prixie. Oh yes, Prixie is also in in the class. Oh, what have you done with Dagon? Just because he's better at writing books. There's this rumor going around. I don't know if you've heard this one, Jordan. The rumor is that first it started off. This was how the rumor started. The rumor started like this.
Kipp Davis has written no books.
So and that was obviously not true. Even before I published my most recent book, but now it's more like
Kipp Davis has written no.
But since then, there's the rumors change. This is how rumors work. There's now this nasty rumor going around that I didn't actually write the book, that my dog wrote the book, and I'm just taking credit for it.
Just one in a chain of many claiming the credit of their dog.
It's true. It's true. So yeah, I mean, according to some. But anyways, allegedly.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Prixie. And Sarah's here, and Ryan is here, and Storytime Jesus is here. So good to see you, everyone. So let's just dive in. We're continuing today in the story of the flood, and we left off in verse 9 after Noah had dispatched first a raven. And it's very interesting because the raven goes out and then is just gone. And this is something I didn't remember about this story when I'd read it in the past. The raven is just it's just gone. So that's kind of cool. And then he sends out a dove, and the dove has to come back because it can't find a place to land. And that brings us up to verse 10. So should I start, or would you like to?
Sure, go for it.
Start. Okay. So I will start reading. Let's bring this up here a little bit. So I hope everyone can see that nice and clearly. We shall each take turns reading a verse and then providing a translation of the verse and commenting on. We'll parse the verbs and maybe say something about some of the other stuff that's going on in the text. All right. Vayachel od shivat yomim acherim vayosef shalach et hayona min hateva. So then after another 7 days, he again sent out the dove from the box. So there's just the two. No, there's three verbs here. The first one, vayochel. Don't. This is a tricky one, because I think a lot of people will look at that comments in the verbal prefix, right? And you're thinking, you could be thinking a hifil imperfect, or maybe even a cal imperfect of a hollow verb, but it's neither of those. This is a pl imperfect, third masculine singular with the vav consecutive from yachal. And I'll explain a little bit about what's going on here, because the root here is yod chet lamed, and because the chet is a guttural letter and it is usually doubled in the PL form, it can't be. And as a result, class, we just did this. This is fun, Jordan. We just covered compensatory lengthening in class on Tuesday. So this is what's happening here. The chet can't, it's a guttural letter. It can't take the dogish. So the previous vowel which would have been a patak in this case, lengthens to the comets. And of course, the reason why the yod is doubled here is because the root is yod, chet, lamed, those two yods at the start of the verb fuse, and that's what we're left with. So PL, imperfect, third masculine singular with the vav consecutive. Vayosef is a hifil, imperfect, third masculine plural, also with the vav consecutive, also with the doubled yod in the prefix because it's from the root yasaf, and then shalach is a cow, or is that oh no, that is a PL too. I better double check to make sure I have that right. I got lazy just looking at that. Yeah, that's a PL infinitive construct. I got thrown off looking at that at first. I'm like, wow, that's a weird looking cow. And then I'm like, wait a minute. So no, this is a PL infinitive construct. Notice again the dogesh in the middle radical there in the lamed, and then the vowel pattern as well. The two pataks. So I think that's it. You got anything?
No, I nothing for me.
All right. Cool. Well, let's continue then with verse 11.
Verse 11, Vatavo elaiv ha-yonah le'et erev vehine ale zait taraf bepiha vayida noah ki kal'u hamayim me'al haaretz. And it came, call third person feminine here, vav consecutive. So, and she came, but it being the dove, to him, the dove here. So our referent back from the verb that started us off. And this is like to the time of the evening, or like at the time of the evening. So, and the dove returned in the evening time, and behold, an olive leaf, a plucked olive leaf, or like there's not a word for freshly plucked, but like a newly plucked olive leaf, I think probably being the implied case given what has just happened. Supplied maybe like a was for our verb of being there, was in her mouth, was in its mouth, the dove's mouth. And he knew, call masculine third person singular vav consecutive again, and he knew, Noah did, that or thus. Kalal here for our next verb, kalal, third person common plural, dropping the last lamed off of it, but like that they had receded, that they had gone back. I don't know. I think what's the regular translation for this? Like subsided or something, as if we ever use that word. The waters, hamayim, the waters, me'al, from upon or from over haaretz, the earth. And so, yeah, the waters had subsided. I feel like is the way the translation just baked into my brain, even though in no other context would I say that, for an idea of what that could be. Because it's also like, and it can be like perhaps to make light as well, right? Like the waters, that's like they had been made light, as I guess in another way of saying like they had been removed.
That's
that's so like the lightening of the waters from upon the earth, implying there that they're receding, that they're being removed, that they're going elsewhere.
Clearly, recession is clearly the intent here of the author, but yeah, there's an awful lot. I think this is the other thing that's really striking me as we read through chapter 8 here, is just how fixated the author or the authors are on the movement of the waters. The waters are increasing and increasing and increasing and increasing, and now they're receding and receding and receding and falling back. There's this constant reminder as we go through the entire text of this. It's probably there's going to be the way the sources are combined here is contributing to this as well. There's a couple
Yeah.
things we may be able to point out here as we go along that shows that, but just so much repetition
Mhm.
throughout this text, throughout this story. So uh yeah. Look, there's just, nothing everyone's a smart ass, Jordan, I tell you. When are you finally gonna stop reading books and go write one?
Never.
So
Reading them is so much
never.
more
It
that's the
is
good part, right?
that's right. That's very true. Go read books, kids. So,
Go on, read
now I
some
have
books.
to yeah. Now we have to do this unfortunate transition over the page here. And I forgot to do it the first couple times. Some people have asked me to try and point to the words as I'm reading them. So I will endeavor to
Mm.
do that with my cursor here. I hope everyone can see that. It's a little hand and then it's going to turn into an arrow like that. So uh Vayeyochel od Shivat Yamim Acherim Vayeshalach et Hayonah. Yeah, it is Hayonah Velo. This is going to be a pain in the butt. So I think I have to turn that off, and then I need to shrink it and go to the next page. That's right. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Yasfa. Whoops. There it is. Yasfa Shuv Elav Od. Okay. Yeah, there's just not a great way to do this because I'm gonna go back. I'll translate this everything on this page first and then go on to the next. Oh, looks like I accidentally marked some things up here. There we go. Okay. All right. And after another 7 days, he sent out the dove, but we'll just wait there for a second. Vayeyochel is again another what is that? Actually, I have to double check that again here. Pretty sure that's that is a oh, okay. All right, no,
Is this
okay.
one
It's a
a
nifal.
niffle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it
Like
was
his passive
so
waiting?
yeah, it was another 7 days. That's it. Yeah, 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 okay, and it was after another 7 days is probably the best way because that's a passive, so that's a nifal. Imperfect, third masculine singular with the vav consecutive. And then vayeshalach is a PL, imperfect, third masculine singular, also with the vav consecutive. So it was after another 7 days. Then he sent out the dove, and she did not. Oh, right, I have to do that again. Okay. And she did not return to him anymore is essentially what's going on here. Yeah. Okay. And Yasfa is this is Yasaf once again, but this is a Cal imperfect, third feminine singular, and Shuv is just a cal infinitive construct from shov. So yeah. So she's gone now. Maybe
But we
with
get
the
an
raven.
explanation of this one going away.
It's true. Yes, exactly. So yeah, I think that's it for verse 12.
13.
Yeah.
Vayhi be'achat v'shesh me'ot shana barishon be'echad lehodesh harvu hamaim me'al haaretz vayasar noah et mikse hateva vayar vehine harvu pene ha'adama. So, and it was third masculine singular vav consecutive again to start off here, and it was in the first and 600 year. So in the 601st year, or in the first year of the 600s, in the first in first in the first and
Yeah.
again in the first of the month. So too many numbers in a row. So in the 601st year, in the first, no day here, but in the first day of the first month. I don't know why. Why would you think it doesn't have a day mentioned in there, given that we get year and that we get month?
I don't know, right? Like that's an interesting question because it's
It feels like it would fit so naturally.
in the 601st year on the first in the first month. Maybe
Yeah,
something like that, right? Like I don't know. It's yeah. Uh wow.
because
Would what
I mean, someone was saying Septuagint earlier, like they go to on the
I was
first
just
of
gonna
the
say.
month, and they add menos in there to clarify, like, you know, the first month of the first of the month. So they understand it to be that, but say like, well, let's supply
Yeah,
something to help clear that up, uh,
you gotta
and
clean it
make
up.
that make a little bit more sense.
So yeah, interesting.
Um,
Uh,
and to dry, like we have harav here, call, perfect, third person, common, plural. Although it like can also be it's gonna be wasting as well, can't it? Um,
mm,
like to waste away, like if
yeah,
something has dried up significantly, the waters
shrivels, right? Yeah.
from upon the earth. Yeah, so the waters had, that's a fun way to do it. The waters had shriveled from upon the earth, uh, as an extreme version of them lightning.
There you go. Yes.
And here we have sewer. So, like, to turn aside, but because we're going to be talking about the covering here. So, either he turned aside, Noah did, the covering from the box, or like, did he lift it off? Did he remove? He's removing the covering from the box, and that is sewer, but it's third person masculine singular. Again, hifil, because of that causativeness of taking that thing away, with our dropped out vav in the middle, weak letter falling away from our
Mm,
sewer. And so he turned aside, or he removed the covering from the ark. And he looked out, call imperfect again, vav consecutive, third person masculine singular. So he looked around, or he saw, and behold. Um, we have our drying up again here, and again, same as before in all the ways of call third person plural again here, that they were drying, but now instead of the waters drying from upon the earth, now it's the earth itself, but the face, or from before the earth, but probably right, they were drying the faces, or just because it's in construct here, technically, I guess, the
mm,
faces of the earth, the
yeah.
ground, the surface, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, just the
The
surface of the
ground.
earth, but
Yeah.
the ground.
There's a there's a lot of and again, I think this is probably a source thing happening here, but there's like a lot of fluctuation between what is the ground and what is the earth.
Yeah,
I think we were um Yeah, and I think part of this has to do with the way, like, as I read this story again, I think it was a few weeks ago when we were reading with I was reading with Josh. um there, it's so explicit, and it's so explicitly presented, and it's repeated so often. It seems like the author is intent on letting you know that this is a flood that covers everything,
Mhm.
right? But then I think there's also there might also be some fluctuation between, because it's like sometimes when he talks about something like the Panei Adam, the face of the ground, at one point that's the waters were overtaking that.
Yeah.
But then in another text, it says, they covered the entire earth, right? Like, it's almost like this fluctuation. It might just be me, but it sounds to my ear like there is this sense of the author of, like, local versus an extensive thing.
Uh,
I don't want to say global because it's not that, right? But there's a limited view and then a more expansive view of what the flood looks like. I don't
yeah, and I
know.
wonder
I'm
too, like with
spitballing.
when you're talking about it's similarly spitballing and not knowing in off the top of my brain, obviously, like where if people are wanting to split these things apart into traditions
Yeah.
here, where does this one come from? Would any of that align with different ideas, or not just like the terminology, say of like we're going to use this term to identify, a P source material from a J or something, but
Yeah.
in conceptions of the earth, like is the face of the earth one of those different conceptual understandings that is consistent through something, that gives you a different idea of its relation and its narrative use? I would wonder that
Yeah.
that might also, does it also tie into a spatial type of thing?
It may be, right? Who can say? The other thing that's really interesting here, this uncovering the cover of the box. I'm fairly sure. I think verse 13, this chunk that we're reading here, I think most everybody considers this P, which is kind of interesting in that, I mean, I just earlier this year I read Leona Feldman's excellent book,
Mm,
the Consuming Fire, right?
mhm.
And she really draws a lot of attention to how focused the P author is on the Ark of the Covenant. And, like, this is a depiction, it's, the covering on the box. It's the exact same word. Well, no, sorry, it's not the exact same word, but the covering on the box just brings to mind, right? Like, something like the Ark of the Covenant, I think, from later texts in, particularly Numbers and Leviticus. But, I don't know. Um it just, it's such an interesting way of phrasing this, that you have to think that he's got something more in mind than,
Yeah,
certainly, than a boat, right?
yeah.
Like, yeah. Oh, I did want to bring this up. Jace is correcting us here. It's in the 1 in 600th year, in the first, on the first of the month. He says in the Hebrew, it's very clear. He says it's actually really clear. So
There we go. In the first,
I
in the
will,
first. Yeah.
yeah,
I do think it's interesting, like just looking at the Septuagint one where they double over,
yeah,
which
right.
is not uncommon for their want of things, of like bringing in
Oh, sure.
the first month on the first of the month, that they similarly don't, provide a specific word for day, but carrying over that month, which isn't like precluded from your understanding of this one either. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, but thank you, Jace.
exactly. So yes, thank you. So you read that one, didn't you? Yeah. So I think this is me. Um, all right. Verse 14. Uvachodesh ha shani בשבעה ועשרים יום לחודש יבשה הארץ. There we go. Verse 15 is super short. Okay. And on the second month, on the 17th day of the month, see, this is one of these instances here, right? The earth was dry, essentially had dried. So, and I think, that's the only verb there is yavsha, which is a perfect third feminine singular from yavash, meaning to dry. The subject here is haaretz, which is feminine, and there's, right, like we've got this this juxtaposition of the adama with the aretz in the previous verse, the face of the earth was clear, and now the earth is dry. So
just I can't seeing this one having the providing yom with the day, just in being not nitpicky,
right.
but in looking back at Septuagint again here, they keep the month pairing on this one, so they ignore the use of day here on the 27th day, and they say on the 27th of the month, which is just an interesting persistence, given the fact that this time you do have something that you very clearly know and could use as day, and instead retain that other form that they used in the last verse.
Yeah, no, true. So, all right. Do you want to do 15 and 16?
Yeah, you don't want me just do the longest verse ever here, just on 15? Yeah, we could do 15 and then 16 too. Yeah,
it's very interesting. I mean, it's really uncommon for the Masoretes to divide the verses like this. I wonder why here. Because usually it's very common to just have the expression, right?
Yeah.
And God said, and then whatever it was he said. So I don't know. The versification is intriguing.
Is it? Yeah, it's for the Vaidaber Elohim El Noah Lemor. So, and he spoke. Devar PL here, right? Third person, Vav consecutive, imperfect again. God spoke to Noah. Lemor, saying, call infinitive construct here, right? Saying, say for Yatsa, go out, but in an imperative form, masculine. Say min hateva ata ve'ishtecha uvanecha unshe vanecha itach. Go out from the ark, you and your wife, possessive suffix at the end, your wife, and your sons in the construct plural, but dropping off because of the construct, the possessive at the end, and the wives of your sons, and your sons' wives, with you. So yeah, God tells Noah to you and get yourself and everybody else out of here in the imperative. So really make sure that you go and do that now, please. Go on, get. I think is that the informal translation that this opens
go
up
on,
and
get.
Go on, get out of here.
Yeah. So yeah, the and maybe Jace, maybe you actually know the answer to this question, but quite often we'll see this where the second masculine singular pronoun is pointed as a feminine. I think here it's because it's the last word in the verse, and it's in pausal form there. because of the
Yeah.
accent. I'm wondering if it does that. Is
That's what they
that
just said in
something that
the
happens all the time?
I all the time, yeah, I don't know, or if I wonder if it is that. Yeah, pause. Yep, that's what Jay says too.
Yeah, Simone says, yeah, it's in pause. All right, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so your
So,
nice break of form, but context clues
yeah,
helping you all the way through,
yeah, exactly.
even if
All
you don't
right,
even if you don't know.
cool. Okay, I'll bring the cursor back this time. Kol hachaya asher itacha mekol basar ba'of uvabehem uvabehema uvkal haremes haromes al haaretz chotze itach vashartu ba'aretz ufru veravu al haaretz. Uh, okay, so I want to say everyone, every animal that is with you from all flesh, among birds and among the livestock and among uh, every creeper that creeps on the earth, um, bring out with you, and they will swarm on the earth and will be fruitful, and they will increase on the earth. There we go. I think that's it. So, um, it's so yeah, the chaya here is singular. I usually translate these as every, kol as every when
Mhm.
it's singular. So Ibrit, so that brings okay, so the first verbal form here is the participle. Haromes is a cow participle with the definite article. It's a masculine singular. Um, and in this instance, it's indicating, I think, an ongoing customary thing. These are the things that creep or crawl as they do. So, um, Hotse is a hifil, uh, perfect third masculine singular from yatsa. It's causative, which so instead of we had the instruction in verse
Yeah,
16 in the cow, right? Say, uh, get out
go and
here.
get.
Go and get, yeah. Here it's causative, so we usually translate this as bring out or cause it very technically cause to go out, with you, bring out with you, um all the everything that's on the ark. And then Visharatsu is a cow perfect, third plural. Um, but I believe this is also a perfect Vav consecutive. We translate these ones that follow as futures, as inverted. Same with Ufaru and Veravu. These are both in the cow, and they are third plurals, third perfect plurals as well. So, yeah, I think that's all of them.
Lots of creepy things.
So, lots of
Creepy
creepy
crawlies.
things, and they swarm too, right? As far as I know, that word, I think, only ever occurs in this story, Sharats. I don't think it occurs anywhere else in the Bible. but I have to double check that. But is that a word that you guys still use in modern Hebrew? Jace, shadats for the swarming. I'm interested to know.
Mm.
Yeah. All right. Verse 18. Oh, that one's also really short. But
Yeah.
that's cool. You can do verse 19 too if you want.
Is it
I don't know.
so? Is Shratz in Genesis 1? Yeah, I mean,
Oh, interesting. Now I have to. I'm not sure. Somebody
I don't
look
know. I'd
that
have
up
to
for me.
somebody do a quick search.
Oh, yeah. Simone says it's in the P creation story. So,
So that would, I
oh,
mean,
right, because they're swarming, right? On the as the things come out of the water. I think they're either swarming, the animals are swarming in the water or as they come out of the water. I think that's it, right? But anyways, interesting.
yeah, we'll see. Vayitza Noah uvanav veishto unshe vanav ito. And he went out, right? So Yatza again, but now we're just, as you'd mentioned, right? We're just call Vav consecutive again, third masculine singular. And he went out, Noah did, and his sons, and his wife, and the wives of his sons with him. So following what he had been told to do earlier, lots and lots of going out, and now we're going out and repeating and repeating. I don't know, nothing otherwise fancy or such with those ones.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do 19 too?
Yeah, sure. Do 19 too. Simone points out, Elohim said, I think that's supposed to be Elohim, not Elohim. Let the waters, shadats, with, I guess the living, the swarms of living animals, of breathing animals. That's the text there in Genesis 1. So, yeah. Cool. Yeah, do verse
Yeah.
19
So,
too.
but then we've got, yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
So this is,
Continuity there.
yeah. If this is again P, I believe all
Uh-huh.
this is P, so that makes good sense, right?
Yeah,
So,
and
yeah.
pulling on your like the recreation out of all
Yeah.
of those chords ring again.
Yeah. And I believe too, if I remember correctly, the only thing that separates the in Feldman's reconstruction, I think the only thing that separates the P creation story from the P flood story is just the genealogy that's there in chapter 5, right? So it's like creation, genealogy, then the undoing. So when you have them that much closer together too,
Hmm.
I think
All the much more proximate. Yeah.
yeah, right? Yeah.
All those things sound out a lot more. Yeah, I have that on the desk somewhere. I should have, if I thought about it, I would have pulled that over here. That's a good, it's buried back
Which
there somewhere.
her book?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great book.
19. Kol hachaya kol haremesh vekol ha'of kol romesh al haaretz lemishpechotechem yatzo min hateva. All right, and we've done like all the beasts, all the living things, or every living thing. I think is how you'd done it earlier, right? With
Yeah.
every living thing, all of the creeping things, and all of the birds, and all of the, and we have Romesh, right? So we have Ramesh and Romesh, the creeping things, and now we have like the things that creep upon the earth as distinct from the creeping things that we had in the first part. But this time, as a, before it was a noun, now we have it again as a participle, masculine singular call participle
Yep.
here. Everything that creeps upon the earth, according to, probably for this, according to their families or according to their kinds, depending on what you want to do with that.
This is
They're
obviously a very sophisticated taxonomical breakdown here.
Yeah, this is the exact.
Um,
This is take this straight into your classroom and you're ready to go.
That's
According to
right.
their kinds, they went out. Third person common plural of yatsa again here in the call. So they went out from the ark. So everybody, not just Noah does the listening, but everybody does the listening according to all their types as they should, but in a nice orderly fashion, right? They're exiting
Yeah,
the structure as
exactly.
they should. You leave your
Yep.
baggage behind. Although I guess this isn't in case of emergency, but they're all making their way out in an orderly fashion, exiting by rows as you should.
That's right. Yeah. So they were like the first stewards or flight
Yeah.
attendants.
They're
Noah and his family,
exiting the
so
cruise ship in families as everything
yeah.
went well. They're not angry with each other, and
No.
they came in as families, leaving as families, all as well.
Yeah. Good. Oh, we're driving Jace crazy here. By I do this constantly where I vocalize my scenes as sheens.
Oh yes,
So
that no,
it's
this
hard
is
for me
that's.
to look.
I was gonna say part of this is the distance from a screen on it. Yes, Remesh.
Yeah.
No, absolutely, Jace, you're absolutely correct. It's not Remesh on both of those instances. I'm sure I said Remesh and Romesh, but it's Remes and
See,
Romes.
yeah, that's my excuse
Is that
too.
what
I'm
they're
just getting
called?
too old to see those
Yeah.
little dots all the time. So
I'll
it
I'll claim that too, even though I got to go to the eye doctor is my excuse. But no, the real excuse is just laziness, and I just see it and I go, that's a sheen.
exactly right. See, yeah. Okay. So that was verse 19. Verse 20. I'll grab my cursor here. And I think yeah, we've got 10 minutes, but we're so close. I think we might as well just plow through right to the end here. There's only 3 verses left.
Mhm.
Vayeven Noach mitzbeach laAdonai vayikach mikol habehema ha-tehora umikol ha'ov ha-tahor vaya'al olot. Whoops, it skipped. Olot bamitzbeach. And Noah built an altar for Yahweh. And he took from all the clean, the ritually pure livestock, and from all the clean birds, and he sacrificed like a whole burnt offering on the altar. In Hebrew, if you're kind of new to this, this word here, Allah is and this is a this is a the Hifil, shouldn't it be? I'm fairly sure, or is that it doesn't look right to me.
We just have
Yeah, this is a Hifil. It is a Hifil. Yeah. So, but in the Hifil form, this is from the verb Allah, which just means to go up. But within the Hebrew Bible, and I love this picture, to sacrifice like a burnt offering is to basically make it go up. You're causing it to go up. I think it's like the smoke, right? That's rising from the burning animal on the altar. But and of course, olot here from olah is the noun, the nominal form, and olah is a whole burnt offering, that which goes up So I think I translated this as singular, didn't I? He sacrificed whole burnt offerings on the altar. Sorry, that should have been plural. Okay. Vayeven is the first verb. This is a cow imperfect third masculine singular from bana to build with the vav consecutive. And vayekach is also a cow imperfect third masculine singular from lakach. Notice the dogish in the kof there and the disappearing lamed. It behaves like a first yod verb. I think is usually the one it emulates for whatever reason. There's a couple of other verbs that start with lamed where the lamed quiesces too. I can't remember offhand, but you see them rarely, but they're out there. And then yeah, Vaya'al is a Hifil imperfect third masculine singular from Allah with the Vav consecutive. So yeah. So these are obviously, the seven from the seven pairs, the sevens of the animals that were brought on the ark. So we're offing from that group.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Otherwise, those are animals and birds that are just gone. They went extinct that day.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's some of them that you're like, those could have gone away, but yeah. Ideally, out of the seven, and
Ideally, yeah. Okay.
21.
Yeah.
Vayara Adonai et reach hanihoa vayomer Adonai el lib'o lo osif lekalel od et ha'adama ba'avur ha'adam ki yetze lev ha'adam ha min urai velo osi od lehakot et kol hai kaasher asiti. I saw see we're I'm not as old, but I can't pay attention to the sheens and scenes sometimes, but I am lazy. That's the real excuse.
Nice. Very good.
I saw it coming and I went, oh
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. And
Better mark
he
that
smelled, and he smelled here in a hifil for roh, but it falls away. Hifil, vav consecutive, third person masculine singular. And isn't this also like to spread out?
Yeah.
In like
And
in a call
in
form, like to.
I think so.
So I guess which makes sense. Like if you
I
eat
think
too
the
much
cognate
barbecue,
too. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh.
you eat too much barbecue,
Yeah.
you're spread out. But here, he hifil smelled. He smelled the smell, right? The scent,
Yeah.
the pleasing one. He smelled the pleasing scent, and he said, "Call vav consecutive third person masculine singular." And the Lord said to his heart, or in his heart, or is God speaking to God's heart, or to or in his heart? Not again, or never again in a more intense way. We have the hifil first person common singular for this one. Never again to kalal, to curse, still the ground. So like never again will I curse the ground because of the Adam, because of humanity, mankind. Because, and then here we have yatsar, because the like desires or the intentions or the plottings, the mutterings, the inclinations is probably, I don't know, I feel like that's the word that's baked in my brain, but I don't ever, again, one of those, like I never use this, so why would I say it here? But the inclinations of the heart of humanity, or evil, And I always feel like it doesn't actually say like our only evil. It just says our evil.
It's just evil.
From its youth, from its youth, and never again, here again in the Hifil, first person common singular, and never again will I Naka, strike down, to smite, to destroy, to exterminate in the Hifil infinitive here. All life, all that lives, everything that lives, maybe instead of, if we're going, I did before with the singular here, everything living, as, or such as I have done, first person common singular of asa here, as I have done. Or I did.
This is a very grown-up moment for Yahweh.
Yeah, taking into account, looking around and going like, the barbecue has changed my mind.
I shouldn't have done that.
Maybe I smelled the smell.
My bad.
I dreamed a dream of times gone by, and I realized that maybe I shouldn't exterminate everything. Maybe.
Yeah. But then it's it's interesting too. I think I'm not a theologian. But bear with me for a minute here. It's interesting too, as I read through this text, like he says, I'm not going to do this anymore because humanity's heart is just inclined towards evil all the time. It's like this concession, like there's just nothing we can do about that. But it's kind of interesting after he's set, like he hit the reset button, because Noah is, perfect and righteous, and he's going to rescue him and, rebuild the world through him. There's like, he gave up on that really fast, right? Like there's this tacit admission that, wow, I know I said that that Noah was a good guy and blameless and pure and everything, but there's just no way I can depend on anybody else moving forward. Wow. Interesting.
Well, and I was wondering, just in pushing you to the Septuagint a couple times today, as per that one commenter's request, that this one, you get lots of interesting changes here, but that you get the, like, after God had given it thought as the replacement for, like God says to their heart, that it becomes an active contemplation, that having considered this, God says, I won't curse the earth. The mind of humankind applies itself to evil. Just like the shift in, as you're saying, like in thinking through this, the way it thinks back over these things. Oh, that real shift to a philosophical conundrum that it places itself in. Can't rely on anybody.
No, you can't. I should probably grab this one. There's Jace was very determined for us to see this, so he's super chatted. I appreciate it. Thank you, Jason. It should be pointed out that Neurim, youth, is an abstract noun, like Bitulim, virginity, and Zikunim, old age. So I guess I guess you might even just translate that as from his childhood. Would that be acceptable? Would that be the way you would do it, Jason?
From his childhood. I guess,
or even just his. I guess just his youth.
Because in thinking of like in using it in the abstract way, as like in that framework, when is an age of accountability, if we might say, like enter into the consideration that is, from this point, because you could do like from childhood and then from there, or just from his youth,
Yeah.
or from its youth, if we're saying similarly abstracting Adam as, are we talking about one individual, or we're talking about
From
humankind here,
yeah.
and then from
Yeah.
all of their youths.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Jace. I appreciate it. And
But
yes,
that
he
broad
says
catch-all, you can't trust
it's
any of them.
definitely 13. Bar mitzvah, bat mitzvah. So good to know. All right, last verse. Od kol yemei haaretz zera v'katzir v'kor v'chom v'kayitz v'choref v'yom v'leila lo yishpotu. Okay. I guess as I maybe even as far as all the days of the earth is sort of the literal way of saying this. Seed and harvest, cold and hot, and summer and winter, and day and night. I'm supplying the demonstrative here.
Mm-hmm.
These things shall not stop or cease. So that's it. There's apparently there is no heat death at awaiting us at the end of the universe. It's good to know. Good to hear. Yeah, I'm just again I'm kind of reflecting back on Christian theology. And I don't remember ever spending much time thinking about this text, but it certainly seems to there certainly seems to be a shift when the apocalyptic worldview takes over here, right? Because this does seem to be an expression of permanence. That they're not going to stop. They're not going to end. And there's just the one verb there. Yishbotu is a nice, very typical looking cal imperfect third common plural. It's even got all the right vowel sounds in the right places, which is a fun change. So yeah, so that's it. That's the story of the flood, the whole thing. So yeah, I think you were here reading in chapter 6 still, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Look at that. Wow, we did it. High five. So nice. Josh has popped in.
Oh,
I can't understand why anyone would care what they say.
I
I know
no
I
one
certainly
should.
can't speak Paleo Hebrew. I don't know about you, Jordan.
Oh, no, I
My
can't speak. I can't read
my
any.
Paleo Hebrew is just as good as my Reformed Egyptian and my pre-Yiddish. So it's it's rough. All right. Well, that's the text, guys, and that's it for today. Do you have anything coming up that you want to plug, or even just plug the channel and let us know
Yeah,
what's going on, what you do?
I don't know. We have a number of interesting guests coming on this month. So I'd say if you're interested in topics ranging from the archaeology of Masada to what's going on with Paul to late Bronze Age things, early Bronze Age trade networks, some excavations happening at Abel Beit Ma'akal, all kinds of different, a little bit of everything coming out from guests this month over on Bible and Archaeology. So if you're interested in hearing some conversations there. We've got things that'll be coming your way aplenty. We try to spread it around, topically, a little bit here and a little bit there. So you'll probably be able to find something that suits your interest. This week we had on Dr. Elizabeth Van Dyke talking about golden calf stuff and what you should be blaming the Assyrians about or thanking the Assyrians for in some of that type of imagery. We were talking about, why was the early church obsessed with dead people and wanting to talk to them a couple weeks ago? So it's kind of been all over the place here to start the year. Is it religious? It is not religiously oriented, which is a common question given the name Bible and archaeology. We look at things that relate to the Bible and archaeology of the lands associated with it in the ancient Mesopotamia and ancient Mediterranean world. So it is it's not of any type of religious bent. It's with the University of Iowa. And so we're just here to pull in as many perspectives, as many scholars who are putting out good work, conversations with them across a wider range. Now, I will say a part of our bringing people in is like, you can be. And if you like those types of things, that's great. You'll find stuff that you might like. You might find things you don't like. Same the other way. So, for us, if the scholarship is good, that's where we go. And then your individual positions off of that or your individual positions off of that.
Nice, thanks. Vish is here and she wants to know where you got your Kiddush cup.
It was a gift and I don't remember who. I think it might have been my wife might have bought it for me.
That's lovely. Nice. Cool. There we go. All right. Well, thanks, Jordan. And it's always fun when you're here. I hope you'll come back in a few weeks to do this again. We'll probably end up reading something else. And actually, chat, if you guys have any suggestions of what you want to read, then you can, if those of you know, maybe you could probably let me know on Discord or pop it in the chat for my next I'll be streaming tomorrow, so you could talk about that tomorrow. I will be back next week with Jason Hare from the Hebrew Cafe to read a new text. Vish says Obadiah. That's not bad. That's not a bad suggestion, actually. That's cool. Maybe we should do that. I will take it under advisement. So tune in next week, same time, same place. Tomorrow, I will be back on my usual slot, 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 o'clock Eastern, with Vish. We will be talking about the story of David and Goliath. There was a show recently put on Sean McDowell's channel where they attempted to provide due diligence to the text critical issues in the story of David and Goliath. And would you be astonished, Jordan?
I'm sure I'm going to be astonished.
They for all their efforts, they didn't quite hit it. So
I count me as astonished.
Yes.
Truly
Shocked, right? Yeah. So so that's tomorrow at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific, and then I'll be back on Dapper Dinosaurs. Tomorrow night. No, there is no Star Trek Endurance tomorrow night. I also do like a live tabletop role-playing game on YouTube every Friday night, but we're not doing it tomorrow. Then on Saturday I'll be on Dapper Dinosaurs channel with Vish for Dapper Reacts at 11 Pacific, 2 o'clock Eastern. And then on Saturday night at 7 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern is another episode of Budget Scripture Saturday. I will be here with Nitty and Dr. Tapioca Weeza, and we'll have some fun. So that's I should say that as well. Next week on Wednesday, I will be on Kelly's channel. I believe that's the Detroit chapter of Black Freethinkers to talk about the differences between slavery as chattel slavery as it's presented in the Bible and the transatlantic slave trade. So yeah, tune in for that. And that's it for me. I hope everybody has a good night. Thanks again, Jordan. And
Happy to be
you
here.
have
Thanks
a
for
good
having
night.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah, you too.
absolutely. So
I
definitely
regret to say, for those who are here from the beginning, Iowa women's basketball did not win, so it was a punishment for. It's a punishment for my
no.
sins in reading. This is what it is. This is the
for the
mistakes
sins,
cost
right? It's
for
because
yes.
you missed the sins and pronounced them
I
as shins.
I
That
brought failure upon the splendid Hawkeyes this evening, so I can wear that loss with shame. Yes, and I
wow.
did see K Tempest Bradford there in the chat. We will have a live tomorrow with Bible and Archaeology. It won't be at our
Oh,
regular
nice.
11 o'clock time because of some morning conflicty stuff, but sometime later in the afternoon. So if you are interested, midday, which is
Yeah,
the most obvious time to do those kinds of things. But
absolutely.
keep an eye out if you're interested. Come by, say hi. We, who knows where it goes. So it's questions only. So see you there.
Cool.
Man.
Is it just you?
I think tomorrow it'll be me and Bob, or me and Mary. It'd be me and somebody. It kind of
Okay.
depends on the time. We'll see. It's always kind
Excellent.
of a rotating
Yeah.
cast.
Sweet. All right. Well, we're gonna get out of here. So ha tikva, everyone, and good night. Whoops. I'll hit it again. Damn it.